Hello. It's been a while, but here I am. The old Franca. Right. I've been listening to a lot of Australians talking, and I noticed that they start very low in their sentences, and then they go very high at the end of their sentences. I'm trying to work on it. That is very difficult to talk like this. I feel like I have to really think about what I'm saying, and it's very fun to talk this way. And if you think I'm doing okay at it, why don't you shoot me a letter saying, "Oh, Frank, you're doing such a good job with all the accents and everything like that." That's what I would like to hear. So, I've been working on the Australian accent. My daughter got braces, and she's all bummed out. She's 11, and when I was 11, I got braces too, bro. So I know what it's like. But I just wanted to hop on, say what's up to all my top dogs. Rodolfo, Tom, all them dudes. Say what's up. Say hi. And be like, yo, yo, yo. And then they're like, what's up? And I'm like, nah, nothing, dog. I've been chilling and shit. And they're like, okay. And I've been smoking on my reefer. And I really like my reefer. And I think it's good reefer. So I'm going to continue smoking my reefer. But I only want to stay on for about 10 minutes. It looks like it's gonna rain around me. So, ta-ti-da. So, how have you all been doing? Does everybody have a positive mental attitude about them? Because that's what we need in this world right now, is more positive mental attitudes. I feel like there's a lot of negativity in this world, and I want to try to flippity flunk it around. Crockety. Yo, are we positively mental attitude today? Are we living the fucking dream? Are we living the American dream? Everyone, shout out at me. Where you at? Tell me you're living the dream. Today's the best day ever, dogs. Sunday, fun day, mofo. I got my ganja. I got my peoples. I got my shits. And I'm gonna smoke. I want everybody to know I love you. What is that? This is Super Boof. Along with, that's purple kind. Hi! Peter King. Parker King, I'm sorry. And Decent Memes, the Purple Dragon. My weed is better than yours. Girl, beautiful eye, sir. Thank you. I'm a 3 out of 10. I stay in my lane. I'm not a good-looking individual, but I don't mind putting myself out there to be embarrassed. I subbed and liked. Nice. Ashalum alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. What's up, brothers? Like, share, subscribe, comment. I'm Frank, and I'm here to rock your world. Today's the best day ever. Let's get it in. Somebody lied to you. You are handsome. I appreciate it, girl. You flatter me, and that gets you everywhere with me. So, is everybody living the dream like I said? What's going on? I don't know what any of that means. I don't know what any of that means. That's a lot of stuff down there. So, like I said, today's the greatest day ever. I like to hop on just to say hello to everybody, just to make sure everybody's doing great, right? Because I love you all. We're all best friends. It's just we never met before. Right, girl? Love you. We're all best friends. Don't ever forget it. Our love will take us everywhere. A house divided amongst itself cannot stand. Tony Tone 757. Dapping it up. Like, share, subscribe, comment. If you're bummed out today, let me know why. If you're super happy today, let me know why. You want to hear a joke? I'll fucking tell you a joke. You know where pirates go to get their hooks and peg legs? The secondhand store. Did you hear about the new pirate movie? It's rated R. Oh boy. Remember the old gold timers? Oh, dog, we hit some goldies. Bro, you must have been a huge Jim Carrey fan. Listen, I was Jim Carrey before Jim Carrey knew he was Jim Carrey. You look like low income, Trump giving $5K under 80-year income. I don't understand what that means, but I'm okay. I lived the dream, bro. And then that's all I worry about, you know? I don't worry about monies. I don't worry about strife. I don't hold hate in my heart. I just like to be alive, bro. You know? I'm trying to be. And I appreciate you all stopping by to say what's up to me. Everything's good in the hood. I hope you're all happy and satisfied with today. I hope where you're at it's sunny and happy. I love all of you. Don't ever forget it. Best friends forever. Where we at, you all? Let me know where you're at. I like the one dude said he must have been a huge Jim Carrey fan. I was the biggest Jim Carrey fan. And everybody called me Jim Carrey, except for the ones who said I was more like Al Bundy. And I feel more like Al Bundy than I do anybody else. I don't feel like Homer Simpson. I feel like Al Bundy. And that's a good thing. That's a good thing. I'm actually related to Ed O'Neill, going back at least 5 generations. We were cousins. My family stayed in Pennsylvania. His moved to Ohio. Yeah, that's where our family split. And my first generation uncle died at Gettysburg during the Irish Charge. Fucking imagine that. Fucking imagine that. You come to this country and the first thing you do is sign up to the army and you get thrown into a war, and fucking 3 or 4 weeks later you're at the biggest, bloodiest battle of all the fucking Civil War at Gettysburg. And how do you lose your life? At a fucking head-on, downhill, storming the fucking lines of the Confederates with bayonets fixed. I couldn't imagine it, you all. Could you imagine fucking the terror you must have had in the Civil War? These dudes must have been shitting pants, bro. That's why I don't like all this hate. I don't like hate. I don't like white supremacy. I don't like none of that shit. I don't like fucking Nazis, man. That's not Christian. If you believe in Jesus, bro, the only job you have is to love your God with all your heart and to love your neighbor like you want to be loved. So just keep that in mind. It's not about owning people or fucking getting one up on people. We're all people. Take a deep breath and take a look at yourself. Are you living the right way? Are you happy? Or are you miserable? If you're miserable, I tell you, the only thing I have to say is choose to be happy. You only get one choice in life, you all. You can either be happy or unhappy. That's the only thing you can control. You can't control the weather. You can't control people. You can't control anything. It's all out of your hands, you all. And you have to know that. You have to be able to lose it all to gain everything. And the moment you choose to stop love and to start hating and to start judging, that's a dangerous path, you know. I want you all to love. I want you all to be cool. Like I said, it's about togetherness, right? Think about it like this. If you're middle class like myself, I have more in common with other middle class people, despite their sex, religion, age, whatever. I have more in common with middle of the road people than I do with rich white people. And the reason why is because the middle class lives in a certain reality, right? And the upper class lives in their own reality where rules don't count. So why would you waste your time with being upset, with being hateful, with being annoyed? Just turn it out, you know? Tune it out, turn that shit off. Don't worry about it. You know what I mean? Nothing's gonna happen. Nothing's gonna happen, you guys. It's all just a game, all right? You're supposed to live in fear, and they're supposed to be the good shepherds and lead us to prosperity. But they don't. We just have to continue to have faith in ourselves, and that's what makes America the greatest country in the world. We have faith that everything's going to work out because we live correctly. We work hard. We're honest. We don't steal. We don't cheat. We don't make enemies. We try to keep bridges connected rather than burning them. You know, these upper crust people should take a good look at the middle class and understand that this is how life is. You know, I don't hate people who are who have disabilities, you know, and have to stay on welfare or Social Security or things like that. They're not bad people. People who need help aren't bad people. You know, people who just want to keep money and such massive amounts of money that you couldn't even spend it all in one lifetime. And you're worried about losing 2 million, 3 million in taxes a year. Give me a fucking break. Give me a fucking break. You have so much money, you couldn't spend it fast enough. So why do you care about taxes? You pay 10% on $100 million. So what? What's the problem? If I had billions of dollars, I would pay and try to help people's taxes all around the country. Like, here's a fucking $1 billion towards our deficit. Don't fuck it up. You know? Like, here's $1 billion for investment. Don't fuck it up. You know? Like, there's a lot of things right now that we could be doing to work towards each other. Like Norway, dude. Right now, Norway and Poland are the two most kick-ass countries in the world. And it's because they're real. They're for reals people. And what they say, they do. And that's why I love it. I love the Polish, man. I love Norway. I love all them countries. Because they're real people. And they get it. And what they invest in is good shit. And they don't invest in the horrible things. Yes, Phillies are up 1-0. I don't know if you guys are aware, but the Phillies have a first-time starting pitcher today, a youngster, and the Phillies are up 1-0. So let's go Phillies! And I know you all love the Eagles, so Eagles. Thank you. Thank you very much. I love the Eagles. They're the best team in the universe. Like, Every team in the NFL except for Dallas. That's God's honest truth. And Bill Belichick is the worst head coach ever. And if you took Tom Brady away from Bill Belichick's career, Bill Belichick has a losing record. And think about that. You coach the best quarterback to ever live. And you think you're the best fucking coach ever. And then as soon as he's not there, that best player ever, you're a bullshit coach. Bullshit. Got caught fucking cheating a whole bunch of times. Right? Bill Belichick. The biggest black mark on fucking NFL history, dude. Belichick is the worst thing that ever happened to football. That and steroids. Now, when players are injured, I think they should be able to take steroids. That way they can recover faster. Does anybody disagree? Do you think that gives people an unfair advantage to heal quicker? If people heal quicker and healthier than they were before, do you think that's an unfair advantage? Motherfucker, if I tore my ACL and they can make it stronger and better than before, I would think about tearing my ACLs just so I can have better fucking muscles, bro. Or like, you ever seen them legs that are like fucking bows? And them motherfucking cats run quick as shit and jump like fucking crazy people, bro. Like, I wouldn't want my legs to be going, but if there was a time to be amputated, now's the time, bro. They got some fucking crazy shit, man. I like, the technology that's out today, bro, it's fucking unbelievable. And I'm sorry I'm on such a crazy rant. I am so fucking stoned from this joint. You guys, I don't even know what's fucking happening right now. My fucking eyes are almost sealed shut. I can't even fucking, looking in the camera, I can't believe I'm fucking awake right now. Holy smokes. So, yeah, that's all. I just wanted to hop on this lovely Sunday and say what's up to everybody. Of course, my best friends ever, Rodolfo, Tom, and my other cats don't show up today, but that's all right. That's all right. I got some good feedback at one point. I had like 18 people in here. That's good shit, man. That's good stuff. I love it. I don't care if there's only one person in here. I'll keep going. I'm that guy. But I am stoned. I'm not going to lie about that. This was heavier duber than I thought. I'm trying not to cough at this exact moment. So, I hit the most important things. Eagles are the best team. They're going to win the Super Bowl again this year. How happy would everybody be if they fucking turned on the Super Bowl next year, right? And the Eagles won. How awesome. How awesome. Anybody out here in internet land, do you think there's a better team in the NFL right now than the Philadelphia Eagles? Bro, I think the Eagles are so far ahead of every other team, it's not even going to be fun. This NFL year isn't even going to be a fun year because the Eagles are just going to fucking kick the shit out of everybody, bro. You're just going to see ass whooping after ass whooping. I'm not saying 17-0. I'm not fucking silly. Somebody and some people will get hurt. Some team will probably play above their heads in 1 week, and the Eagles fucking have a week off mentally. They go something like fucking 15-2, 16-1, you know, 14-3, something like that. I would not be surprised. I'm fucking talking about Saquon Barkley, right? This motherfucker is gonna break fucking 2,500 yards this year, bro. 2,500 yards guaranteed from Saquon Barkley, as long as he stays healthy. And then we got massive first-round picks, bro. We're the last pick in the end. And we got fucking real players again, dude. Howie Roseman. You know? Howie Roseman. That dude, I don't know what he's on, or if he can see in the future or some shit like that, but Howie Roseman is the best fucking talent fucking judge of the universe. The Eagles are so far ahead with their roster. Their backups are fucking beating the first teams of other teams, dude. Last year, the Eagles legit played the Giants with their entire backup team, and Dallas with their entire backup team, and fucking kicked the shit out of both of them. And then they scored fucking, you know, what, 120 points, NFL record in the playoffs. And you guys, you think 2 or 3 draft picks and one good wide receiver sent to Dallas, and that can beat the Eagles? Bro, you're fucked up. You gotta check yourself, man. Like, I've been watching Dak Prescott for what, the past 12 years? That motherfucker never ain't done nothing. He ain't the quarterback that Jalen Hurts is. Jalen Hurts is a far superior quarterback than most in the NFL. I mean, he beats all of them. He only lost to Mahomes in the Super Bowl because of a penalty call, dude. And he made that fucking fumble where he just dropped the fucking football. Like, all the things, the weird, crazy things that could happen. And Jalen just fucking dropped the football in the Super Bowl. And that changed everything, bro. And that penalty. But look at him last year, man. Jalen was fucking money, bro. When he came into Green Bay, I was worried as shit. Well, when Green Bay came here anyways. I was worried as shit because Jalen didn't play the last few games of the season, if you remember correctly, right? And they fucking still won all their games except for Washington, but whatever. We put in our starters in the NFC fucking championship game, bro. We scored 55 points against Washington. Like, it was such a beating. The obviousness of the Eagles' superiority on both fucking lines, both offense and defense. Those lines are unbeatable. Jalen Carter is straight up gangster. That dude is a fucking Molotov cocktail. He explodes and the whole game goes on fire. He is the baddest man right now on planet Earth when it comes to football. Bro, he fucking abused that dude on Kansas City. And he got signed to like the biggest fucking offensive line contract this year, bro. And he could not fucking stay in front of Jalen Carter. Dude, they're just such a good team. The Eagles are fucking beyond good. I don't know what they're going to do with the kicker. I don't know if they already announced what they're doing with Jakey. But as far as I'm concerned, Jake goes into the Hall of Fame. I know that's crazy to say, but I think Jake Elliott goes into the Hall of Fame. Kicked one of the longest winning game field goals ever. Mr. Dependable in the playoffs, bro. He only missed a couple of fucking extra points, I think. All of his field goals were money, especially against the Rams. That Rams game without Elliott, we would have been fucked because of that snow, bro. That snow completely helped the Rams and hurt the Eagles. I just want everybody to know that. That game was only close because of the snow. If it was a fair weather game, the Eagles would have beat the brakes off the fucking Rams. They would have beat the brakes off them. They would have beat them by fucking 30 points. The Eagles are all from the South, Georgia, fucking Alabama, all these warm states. They ain't never played in snow, bro. For real. None of the Eagles ever played in snow. Not even A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown, he's been in the league for what, 7, 8 years? Bro, that was his first snow game. So, and like I said, without that snow, it would have been ass up. Ass up. them Rams. I'm so convinced that the Eagles are the best team in football that if Jalen Hurts got hurt, they'd still be the best team in football. They would still be competitive. They would still be 4 or 5 games above 500 if Jalen didn't play. And when Jalen plays, they're damn near unbeatable. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Let me know how you feel about the EAGLESs. Motherfucking Phillies are winning. Right? Word. This is a golden era for Philadelphia, except for the and the fucking Flyers. They both stink right now. But it's almost as good as the 1980s right now in Philadelphia. 1980, every single sports team in Philadelphia went to their championship game. Respect it. And only one lost, the Eagles. Of course, Ron Jaworski. Ron, what'd you do, Ron? Ron Jaworski. What the fuck? You lost, sir. I wasn't even alive. And I love the Eagles' nests. If anybody's from South Jersey, they know what the Eagles' nest is. And I was owned by Jaws. And every big event, marriage, fucking graduation, whatever the circumstance is, if it was fancy, you did it at the Eagles' Nest, bro. The Eagles' Nest was the hottest shit growing up. That's where I had my first fucking drink of liquor. I was fucking dancing like a crazy kid, bro. Everybody's clapping for me on the dance floor because I was drunk as shit and I was like 6. Eagles Club, Eagles Nest. What's up, Brandon Orgy? Shout out. But I see all these dudes that are online that talk sports, right? And they'll be like, one dude really said, I could see Dallas being like 15-2. Really? Really? You can see Dallas. The Dallas Cowboys, who fucking totally fell apart last year. Their team totally fell the fuck apart last year. Right? And they got smoked by every fucking team that was legit. Right? And you think just a couple players puts Dallas over the Eagles, bro. You're crazy. You're just a crazy delusional person. If Dallas goes one game above 500, I will shit my pants. And they have one of the easiest schedules this year. But I'm going to tell you what the problem with Dallas is. Dak Prescott. Okay? Dak Prescott stinks. I'm sorry. He has a good arm. He has all the tools. He just don't have it here. Dak does not have it. That's why I love Jalen. Jalen is unshakable, man. Jalen Hurts is unshakable. Dude, I'm so proud of him. Jalen's such a good quarterback. You don't get none of the credit. All he does is work his ass off, and all he does is win. And after his, 12, 13 years, whatever it is in the NFL, and he's fucking right there with Tom Brady with like fucking 5, 6 Super Bowls. What are you going to say? What are you going to say? That Jared Allen's better than him? Even though they went the head-to-head 5 times and Jalen went 4-1? You know what I mean? Who did he lose to? Jalen ain't ever lost to none of these except for Mahomes in the one Super Bowl. That was it. That was it. He beats everybody, bro. He beat Burrow. He beats Josh Allen. He's 2-1 against fucking Mahomes. We'll see you week 2. By the way, Kansas City, get ready for another ass whooping. Here's another bold prediction by the Franker. And I want you all to listen very closely. Kansas City ain't going to be like a 5-12 team. That's what they're going to be. 5-12, 6-11, something like that. You wait and see. Kansas City is going to fall the fuck apart this year. Because I watched Andy Reid in Philadelphia, and I know what it's like. And when that shit goes, it goes big. They'll be fucking 4-13 or some shit. And Andy will be like, I can't take it here no more. Kansas City ain't ever going to make the playoffs again. Not again with this team. And people who think that they're going to get back to the Super Bowl this year, you're fucking delusional. The Chiefs are going to eat a big bag of shit this year because they're due for it. You lost the Super Bowl. You eat a bag of shit. You don't get over it. Especially that ass beating. That was one of the biggest fucking beatings I have ever seen in the NFL. The Eagles absolutely stomped the piss out of Kansas City. And by the time the mid-fourth quarter, it was over. Everybody was fucking cheering. They already dunked the coach. There's fucking 6 minutes left in the game. You know, they let up fucking 16 points. Because who cares? The game was already over. It was 40-6. You're not coming back from that in the fourth quarter. I don't give a fuck who you are. Tom Brady wouldn't come back from that shit. And that's the other thing that you can say about the Eagles. The NFC East manhandled fucking Tom Brady. The NFC East abused Tom Brady. Between the Eagles and the Giants, they fucking flustered Tom Brady, bro. They were the only teams, the Giants and the Eagles, and I call it happy feet, where them quarterbacks start like stepping real fast and shit. You know what I mean? Their feet start going really quick and it gets them out of time. You could do it to Eli. Eli would get like that a lot. Of course, he breathed with his mouth open, so I don't know if he's all there. But, I mean, Eli abused Tom Brady, and that was great. I thought, especially when the Patriots were undefeated that year, and they were like, oh man, fuck the Patriots already beat the Giants this year, and it's going to be a cakewalk, and it's going to be fucking New England by like 14 points, blah, 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 blah. And I told everybody they were crazy, dude. They were crazy. I told a dude straight up, I bet him $500 straight up that the Giants would win. He fucking wouldn't do. And what happened? The Giants won. And let me tell you why. Because they beat the shit out of New England in the lines. It was the offense and defensive lines that made the difference. That's why the Eagles are going to have success. No doubt other teams got good players. There's no doubt about it. But as far as depth and as far as talent, motherfucker, the Eagles lost 2 defensive linemen and an offensive lineman. And they're not going to skip a beat next year, bro. They're not going to skip a beat. The backups are fucking monsters. The Jomo and fucking, can't remember the other dude's name. And then Stein at the fucking right guard for Becton. I would have liked to have kept Becton. I thought he played excellent this year. But I understand you can't keep everybody. And that's why they had to let go of the 2 defensive linemen. But them dudes deserve to get paid, bro. Them dudes deserve to get paid. They worked their asses off for the Eagles. And they're going to be effective for those teams next year. New England's going to be a much improved team next year. You know? I truly believe that. And I'm pretty sure, I think Becton went to the Chargers. I want to say, I think he went to the Chargers. And that's really going to help out the Chargers, because I'm going to tell you another thing. Herbert ain't the player you think he is. That dude is not that great. And if he could have a run game, they already have the great defense. If they could just get a run game, they'd be real dangerous. The Chargers are only a few players away from having good success. I don't think they'll beat the Eagles. The EAGLESs are the best. But San Diego's going to be all right next year. They're going to have a good team. The Raiders are going to be good next year. I really like the Raiders next year, man. I think they're going to be a solid team. And Denver, I think, is much improved. I think they got maybe two of the best young safeties in the game right now. Sertain, and then they got that first round pick. I mean, Kansas City's going to be in it. They're going to be in it, you know, and I think that they might have a 1-5 season against their conference. I don't think Kansas City is going to have the success because they're in a much improved division, right? How many times did you see Tom Brady win the AFC North or East, excuse me, by like week 12 or 13 every year because the division was piss poor? Because the Dolphins, the Bills, the Jets, they were always piss poor. You know, like you had a couple teams for the Jets with Mr. Butt Fumble, right? He was an Eagle. I love him. Ain't nothing wrong with Sanchez butt fumbling. That was funny. And he owns it. I love him. Better than Dan Orlovsky, who thinks he knows everything. And when the motherfucker played, he just walked right out of bounds for safety. Didn't even remember what football was or the rules of the game. But he's going to sit there and say that Jalen Hurts ain't the quarterback. Like, Dan, slow your roll, bro. You know what I mean? You embarrassed your goddamn self. Mr. 0-16 with the Lions, stepping right out of bounds like you didn't even know how to play football, right? Dan, whew. This is Eagles country, my friend. We don't play that game. This is all reality. That's why nobody likes Eagles fans, because we live in a place called reality. We call it what it is, and we don't pretend. We don't pretend, and we don't play fucking games. The Eagles and the Eagles fans know they're the best team this year. That's why the Eagles fans, like myself, are going to go, they're going to be the best team in the NFL. And not only are they going to be the best team, they're going to break their records from last year. They're going to beat the playoff scoring record they did last year, right? They're going to do that. They're going to let up less points, right? Right? Because Jalen Carter is only getting better. And Bond was the fucking MVP of the league, damn near. The dude's stats for linebacking was out of this fucking world. And then their first round draft pick is another fucking stud linebacker. Probably only spot where the Eagles were lacking. And they got a fucking first round pick was a monster inside linebacker. Him and Bond on the field with Jalen Carter and that the rest of the defensive front. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Your teams ain't living, bro. Your teams ain't living. All right. Peace out, y'all.